Thank you so much for that kind introduction. Bonjour tout le monde. Good, I want to say if it's morning or it's afternoon. It's afternoon. And good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much, again, to everyone that's here today. It's a pleasure to be here today, and great that I get to share the stage today with my friend and an outstanding colleague, parliamentary secretary, and a member of parliament from this beautiful riding of Ottawa, West Nepean, Anita Vanderbilt. So good to see you, Anita. And, I was just told about the wonderful organizations that are joined us at Old Forge. So I want to say thank you to, of course, the Chinese Community Association of Canada, the Ottawa Native Friendship Center, to all others that are here today, to all the seniors. Thank you. We're here because of you today. We're here to deliver for you today. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the work that you do. And of course, a huge thank you to the Old Forge Community Resource Center for hosting us today for this extremely important announcement. It's not hard to be impressed by the work you do here at Old Forge. You provide indispensable resources and services to seniors and adults with disabilities living in the Ottawa region. And our government is actually extremely proud to work with organizations like yours that prove time and again your commitment to respecting the dignity of seniors. And I was just chatting with some of the board members earlier, and I said, before even knowing about Orange Fort, I knew so much about this community and the work that's been done here by my excellent colleague Anita, because we've been now friends and colleagues for 7 years or more. And she's spoken about this community in the past, so it just goes to show, and it's such an honor for me to be back here to be able to deliver this extremely important announcement. This is a critical time for seniors in our country. Like many countries around the world, we know Canada's seniors population is growing. Actually, it's one of the fastest growing groups in Canada. That means we have to plan for the future. We have to ensure that through responsible leadership, we continue to work towards creating an economy that works for everyone, and that includes Canada's seniors. This summer, I met with and heard from seniors across the country, and I was not surprised that that social isolation is real, and it's impacting some of the most vulnerable seniors in our communities. Living a full life requires community and close-knit relationships. It requires opportunities for seniors to fully participate in their communities and to connect with other generations. As Minister of Seniors, I'm of course committed to helping older adults age at home for as long as possible, remain active and engaged members in their communities, and improve their overall quality of life. And since the very beginning, we have taken tangible steps to do this, including strengthening financial security for seniors. One of the very first things that we did as a government was to increase the guaranteed income supplement for those most vulnerable low-income seniors. That has actually lifted an estimated 45,000 seniors out of poverty. It has helped over 900,000 low-income seniors in the country. We also, and you may have heard, we permanently just this summer increased the old age security for seniors aged 75 and older by 10%. And that means for a full pensioner, it's an additional $800 in the first year. We also, as you may have heard, we just came back. The session has just started in Ottawa in the Parliament. And one of the very first legislations that we tabled is around affordability. And one of the pillars of that is the fact that we will be doubling the GST credit for 6 months, which is going to provide vulnerable seniors an additional $225 on average, so over an additional $700 in total. These are some of the real steps that we're taking to put more money back into the pockets of Canadian seniors. In addition, of course, to supporting seniors' financial security, we also need to support community organizations, help seniors stay active and engaged. They are, quite simply, the key to enhancing seniors' well-being and quality of life. And that's exactly why I'm here today. The New Horizons for Seniors program, also known as NHSP, it provides grants to local organizations for projects that play an invaluable role in connecting and empowering seniors in their own communities across the country. The project it funds shows seniors how to better cope with social isolation. Some programs find seniors who are isolated or at risk and connect them to social services, while other projects combat fraud against seniors. And in some of Canada's most ethnically diverse communities, it focuses on making senior services more culturally friendly. Since its launch, the program has funded over 33,500 projects in hundreds of communities across Canada. It is in these thousands of community projects where the real work takes place to help seniors stay active. This is funding that makes a difference, and it is estimated that about 500,000 seniors benefit from this community-based projects every single year. That is precisely why in Budget 2022, we made an additional investment of over $20 million over 2 years to support even more projects across the country. Every year, organizations across Canada are invited to apply for funding through a calls for proposal. And as a result, over 3,000 community-based projects were funded last year to help seniors stay active and socially connected. Over the summer, I had the opportunity to tour, particularly after the pandemic, and visit seniors from coast to coast to coast, and saw firsthand the immense impact of this program for seniors on the ground. I can talk about the numbers and what that means, but the work and when you get to meet some of these seniors and talk about the work that's been happening, there's nothing really like that. I was in Sherbrooke, Quebec, where I visited one of the largest Meals on Wheels in Canada, where seniors prepare over 150,000 meals annually and deliver them to some of the most vulnerable seniors at their doorsteps. Or in Surrey, in British Columbia, where I was at the PICS Society, which is actually promoting social inclusion by creating a space for seniors of diverse and minority groups to gather and celebrate their culture. And the New Horizons for Seniors program, as I mentioned, plays a critical role in improving the overall well-being of seniors in Canada, no matter where they live. And that is why I'm extremely thrilled today to announce that today's the first day of the 2022-2023 New Horizons for Seniors program calls for proposals. I encourage organizations, of course, Old Forge, I'm looking at you as well, small organizations, big organizations, to apply for this funding from coast to coast to coast, and it's a funding up to $25,000 in grants. This year, we have outlined 4 national priorities for the program that are reflective of the current issues and priorities facing seniors, and they're directly from seniors and some of the work that we've done in consultations with seniors, what needs to be part of these national priorities. The first priority is around supporting healthy aging, which includes addressing social isolation, addressing ageism, and supporting mental health and dementia. The second is around prevention of elder abuse and measures to reduce crimes and harms against seniors. It also includes supporting financial empowerment for seniors. The third priority is around celebrating diversity and promoting inclusion, which consists of advancing reconciliation with Indigenous people. This priority also aims to better serve members of vulnerable groups and seniors living in rural or remote areas, and really looking at the intersectionality of seniors that exist throughout Canada. And the fourth and the final priority is around helping seniors age in place, which means providing practical supports to help them remain in their homes longer. Through a simplified application process, I encourage organizations to submit project proposal by November 1st, 2022, that help seniors move beyond the pandemic and continue to play important roles in their communities. Every year, projects funded give community organizations the resources they need to transform compassion into concrete, real actions and supports for seniors. This is and will continue to be a key priority for our government. These innovative and creative projects make a huge difference in our communities all across Canada, and I'm so happy that I get to be here to invite all organizations to apply for this funding, which I know plays an invaluable role in supporting seniors across Canada. Thank you. Merci. Miigwech.
Merci beaucoup, Madame la Ministre. Ce sont des paroles très inspirantes pour la communauté. Indeed, seniors are pillars of Canadian society. And initiatives like the New Horizons for Seniors program provide key support to help them stay connected. Et maintenant, pour parler un peu plus des répercussions qu'auront ces projets dans notre collectivité, j'accueille la secrétaire parlementaire du ministre du Développement international et députée de l'Ouest Onepian, Anita Vanderbilt.
Thank you very, very much. Merci beaucoup, Miigwech. It is such a pleasure to be here in this room to see all of the community leaders and the beneficiaries of so many of these programs. And I want to thank Minister Khera, my good friend, for her kind words, but also for all of the hard work you're doing every single day for seniors across the country and right here in Ottawa, West Nepean. And to the Old Forge, which we all know very, very well, I can say as the local MP here, I see every day the impact that the Old Forge has in our community, in our neighborhoods, and on individuals who need it most. So I am so pleased that we're able to launch this here today. Nous avons la chance d'avoir de merveilleuses organisations comme vous, ici même à Ottawa. It's an honor to be here with you today. As you just heard, Minister Khera traveled across the country this summer, meeting with seniors to both listen to and to share how our government is hard at work to ensure that seniors from coast to coast to coast are supported. Supporting seniors is a key priority for us, and we are doing quite a bit to ensure that we have the programs and the policies in place to meet the needs of our aging population. And nowhere is that more true than in our riding here of Ottawa West Nepean. And I'm very proud to say that I represent some of the largest seniors populations in the country. Depuis le début de la pandémie, notre gouvernement a aidé des millions de Canadiens, y compris des personnes âgées, en leur offrant des mesures de soutien et des prestations liées à la COVID-19. And as we emerge from the pandemic, we are committed to ensuring that we are continuing to support community organizations like this one and like many of yours that are making a real difference. This is where the New Horizons for Seniors program, or NHSP, comes in. It supports programs that really help seniors to pursue active lifestyles, to expand their social networks, and explore new learning experiences. Above all, it helps to reduce social isolation. I know how important that is in my own family and in the community here. Several organizations here in our riding have benefited from the New Horizons funding for a variety of programs that allow seniors to connect with their communities and maintain close-knit relationships. NHSP projects aim to connect seniors to their communities. Some have created opportunities to develop gardens in urban communities where seniors can grow their own food and also share their garden produce with local food banks. Other projects here have made it possible for seniors to learn computer literacy and do virtual activities, such as exercise classes when seniors couldn't go out because of the pandemic. In addition, a growing number of New Horizons projects are helping to bridge the generation gap between seniors and youth by creating opportunities for them to exchange knowledge with one another. Other projects have helped educate seniors about elder abuse and have shown them how to better cope with issues like social isolation. Through programs like New Horizons, our government continues to improve the well-being and the social participation and inclusion of seniors. J'encourage les organismes de partout au Canada à demander le financement afin que les personnes âgées aient la possibilité de participer à des activités communautaires et de les diriger. Together, with programs like New Horizons for Seniors program, we'll be able to continue meeting the needs of seniors now and into the future. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup, Madame la députée. On behalf of the Old Forge Community Resource Center, I would like to now invite the Executive Director, Colleen Taylor, to give a few words.
Glasses on here. Hello, a warm welcome to all of our guests today. We're honored to be hosting today's event and to have you here with us. On countless occasions, I've heard people say, "Oh, what is that little log building?" And so I'm really happy to see that the room is full and you made it here and you found us. The Old Forge is an understated gem in Ottawa, in my opinion, and in particular to seniors in Ottawa's West End. So don't let the size of our little building be a reflection of the tremendous amount of work that we do out there. The Resource Center was established in 1987 to support seniors to remain in their homes longer, and our mandate remains the same today. It is rumored that somewhere around 1876, the gates to Parliament Hill were constructed at this forge. 146 years later, this building continues to serve as the gates to our community, protecting our most vulnerable seniors. Here in our community and in many across Canada, you'll find an increased need for programs and services that keep seniors engaged and healthy and active as they age. This is not news to us. We are appreciative of opportunities like the New Horizons for Seniors program and the Aging Well at Home initiative. I plug that in there too. That help us. They're good programs. They help us demonstrate the value of investing in local community support services that improve the quality of life for seniors and help them stay at home longer where they want to be. The gardens you passed on your way into the building, actually, you mentioned gardens, were planted with the support of the New Horizons program. It was an intergenerational partnership between the Old Forge and the Canadian Wildlife Federation, and we had senior volunteers, some of them here in the room with us today, working alongside youth, local youth, to create the gardens. So these same programs offer the opportunity to mentor to youth. It was a very successful program. With that same grant, we were able to offer fitness programs like yoga, balance, Zumba, mindfulness, and more that encourage social interaction and the inclusion of seniors. It's doing the right thing, it's working. So we have countless stories of how seniors have benefited from the New Horizons funding, and we hope to see the program evolve in the coming years to enable more organizations like us, and including us, to do what we do best. So once again, Minister Khera, Parliamentary Secretary Vandeveld, thank you and your teams for recognizing the support that seniors need now and in the future. Thank you.
Merci, Colleen. Thank you. Merci encore une fois de vous être joints à nous aujourd'hui. Le Facebook en direct est maintenant terminé. Thank you again for being here with us today. The Facebook Live portion of this event is now concluded.
That was her sign to say it's done.
We talk amongst ourselves in other ways. Nous sommes maintenant prêts à répondre à quelques questions. Nous prendrons ensuite une photo de groupe. Now we would like to open the floor to a few questions, and then we will take a group photo. I will now pass the floor